Vanakkam Techies, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to understand basics of Azure DevOps CI/CD pipeline flow using App Service. So the agenda of this session is like we are going to create Azure DevOps project and we'll clone it with Visual Studio and create a Dockerfile and push that code to the Azure Git repository. Further using that Git repository, create the build pipeline and then create a release pipeline. Finally, we'll be having the web service ready to launch. Yeah, let's do one by one with the demo. So the final expectation is that this is the web page we are planning to get in the web service in internet. Okay, so log into the DevOps, so DevOps, then create new project. Just give my uh, app service project, my app service, and this will be private only. So the project is ready. Now we need to get this clone to our Visual Studio. So copy this URL. Primarily when the first time when you log in, it will be like this page. Once you start putting, then you will list that what under codes are available. So here create your own folder where you want to create the code like that. And then so under this first let me so initialize it, then git clone. Okay, it's the empty repository. Further go inside this my service and then so what we are going to do is like this is the HTML index HTML page we wanted to launch, right? Like this one. So just we have mentioned that welcome to Azure CI/CD test, Azure CI/CD test, whatever you want, just to look small. And then this is the Docker file. So this index image, basically we are pulling the nginx image. On top of that, we are modifying that existing index HTML page into our own designed index HTML page. So simple two lines. So just we'll using this we'll create the pages. Okay, go inside, create index.html. So just copy paste this. In Google you will get a index HTML page basic test if you want. And then create one more file, that is our Docker file. Control S. So control. So that's it. Two file we have created. Because this icon is very important, because the else we have done some mistakes, so that is you can validate also. So that is reason Visual Studio is very good. Okay, so two files are ready. Now we have to add into Git the current repository and then commit, yeah, my first app commit. This is my commit. So that's it. So these two files are created and added. Now you can git push. Primarily, this is sending into master. In case if you want, as this is the first time, let's put it to master only. But when we do in as a project manager, we will be creating future branch, and that branch we will send it, and that will create one more branch. Then the code reviewer will review it, and then they will approve, and then it will be merged with the master. As it's first time, let's go with this way. Maybe we can cover in the second half. Okay, so we have pushed the code. Now let's go back. Here now just refresh. So we got the two file, Dockerfile and index.html file. So both are available now. And in case if it is branches, then we can see here if it is different branch. And then the full request we can merge it. Okay, now we need to create the pipeline. So first the code is ready and that is came into Azure repository. So in that way, we'll do now create pipeline. So how to create pipeline? So there are two methods available. One is with the YAML and one is with the classic editor. Classic editor is like when there is a tough decision on the process of pipeline, then you can use classic editor, which is very easy. Just drag and drop some application you can use easily. But YAML is ready-madely you have to modify like that and all you can use. But in this case, this is just a Docker image. So it will be very easy with Azure repository. So let's use this, and my app service is the code. And what we are going to is build that and push it to the Azure Container Registry. Okay, regarding this Azure Container Registry, it should be created already. If you go here, my own Azure Container Registry. So I have created the registry, and here we can see repositories like what under codes available. So now we are going to put that my service, whatever we created that as a code here. So for that, we will be using build and push image to the Azure Container Registry. So see, this is whatever we are doing is CA, continuous integration. So let's select this. Regarding this, in case if how to create this my own Azure Container Registry, there is a small session available. You can go to Azure deploy container instance using Azure Container Registry. So how to create a container registry, how to create VM, how to deploy Docker. So these three steps is covered here. So maybe you can just go and check it. And then okay, we are ready with configure the pipeline. So here just you have to submit your subscription details. So just give username password here and sign in. So as I have already created that account which I given as one Azure Container Registry. So I will select that container registry which I have shown there and then validate and configure. So what it is happening is it will automatically creating YAML file for you. So which is good. We don't need to create by our own. We may end up with some syntax error. Maybe once we expertise, then we can try that. So this is how it has to create from trigger with the master branch and then resource how it is building VM image and inputs. Like what we are doing is building the image because we just put Dockerfile. So it has to download the nginx image from the Docker Hub and it will build and push which repository and then which path. So all these things is covered here and save and run. Commit message, set up CI with Azure pipeline. Commit directly to the master branch. So our build is ready now and it is queued. Let's see the status. Starting build, checking my app service, build push image. So the file is getting ready. Nginx. Okay, app service is pushing to the repository. Push, finished. So it is success. Now let's go here and just refresh my test, my app service. So this is the image. We just pushed it. Okay. So image is now ready with these things. Okay. So we have done the build pipeline. Now we have to release it. So release means we have to use that image and build our own application. So here go and create new one. So what we are trying to create is app service. So here just click app service, apply. So in case if you have dev, model, test, production environment, so start with dev environment or whatever your keyword which you like, and then just close this art artifact. So where we have to pull that image. So my app service is my project. I use my own settings, app service, then latest version I want to deploy. All those things you can fill it. So once this is ready, then in that what kind of task I have to do. I need to deploy Azure App Service. But what I have to do? So use my subscription. You authorize it. So once I given my subscription details, it's authorizing. So you have to give your username passwords. It will pop up one window. So I have built the Linux image. So WebApp for container and then service name. So currently we are doing CICD and we are trying to launch it with app service. So we need to have resource name, existing resource name, or else it won't allow no resource fund. So here we need to create app service name. If we create our own something like that now, it will throw other error, the resource is not available. So first thing is we have to create the resource now, app service. Then it will go on top of that, it will deploy, kind of upgrade. So the initial part is like you have to cover it with the, like Terraform. You can create your resource and then you can on top of that you can do this CSCD. So as of now, let's now divert there. Let's create it again. Let's go here. Go click app service. You can search it here. Then create. So what I want to create under my resource group, or the name my service app. Let's check. So it is not available. So let's put my Shri service app. So available, and I am going to do with code because you can use Docker container also, and then static web app, Docker container, and then Linux. Image is ready, but image is in our local repository. So wherever we can install it be, and then the next plan, basic plan will use, and next options, single container, quick start where it is with Docker Hub or Private Registry or Azure Registry. So we are using Azure Container Registry. Suppose you have Docker Hub, also we can pull that 10 NG image and then directly we can deploy. That also we can do on test. And my registry name and then my image. I have a lot of image, so my image is my app service and whatever the latest tag available. Just I need to enable public access because I want to launch the website. Just thing next. Oh, it's a big organization. We need to keep tag and all. We can skip. So some estimation came and then finally it's available to create. Let's create. It's in progress. Kit deployment completed. It's success. Go to source and we got the website. Let's use this. Here. Paste it. Okay, the expected page is ready now. Now manually we have created. So on top of this, we have to apply the CICD. Okay, so let's copy this name as my service app and go here, fill this. So once you give this information, then registry name you have to give from where we have to pull. So this is the registry name. Just copy this and give here. In repository, we are going to use which repository? Go here under this. A lot of repository. We are going to use my app service. Then leave this. Okay, check this place and all. Okay, then it's fine. So we have created app service. We have created this. Now this is manual trigger. If you want to create, you have to create release. But how to make it automate? Just go this, click this button, and you will have to enable it. So whenever the new image is detected in the master, it will go and do changes. Okay, make it done. And then here you can go for pre-deployment approval. So suppose uh, you want to take some approval from somebody, can give that name and then that guy will approve. Once he approved, only that CICD will happen. Okay. I didn't click anything. Pre-deployment approvals. Let's see. Okay, so this is what CD. So continuous deployment. And then we have created. Let's save it. Oh, sorry. Let's save. It is there. Let's create release. And under the pipeline for CD, there only you have to go for continuous integration. The same way for pipeline also, you have to click this settings, new request enabled, automatic link work with item included. Go to edit. This is automatically we have added. So you can check it here. Yeah. So in this, if you click triggers, in case if you went the classic method, this is YAML method. But in case if you have choose to classic method, you have to go to here triggers. They have to enable it. So here it is enabled. So CA also you have to make it as a continuous, and then CD, which is build pipeline also should be continuous, and then using that enable method, and then release also should be enabled. So if you go here, here you have to modify, and then for approval part you can add it here. So one more if you want, now it's there when it is success, all is verified, then you can create one more stage which is like production, and there you can take approval. So whoever has to, your manager has to approve. So your manager can check the dev is fine, or testing team can check the dev is fine. Once they approved all this, they will give command, and that based on commands you can, once it is approved, it will be moved to project production. So likewise, this is how the continuous integration is happening. Okay. So now we have designed CI and then CD. So everything is ready. Okay. Now page is also ready. Now what is CI/CD? So here is the flow starts. Let's go to Azure. Sorry, Visual Studio. Here is our code. Just I want to edit index. I will take CI/CD test one. Okay. So let's see. Without doing anything, it has to come in the website. Git add. Right, save it. Control S. Now git add git commit minus yum first CI/CD start. Okay, one file got changed. Git push. Now my friends. Okay, so some changes we have done, right? So we have to first git pull and sync it, because we have created Azure pipeline.yaml, right? So we have created the CI/CD pipeline. So that pipeline also has to sync with my local Visual Studio Code. So I have synced it. Now we again do git add, git commit. I think that's fine. Git my first CI/CD. I think to commit now. Let's just git push. Okay. So let's go there now. We come here repository. We can check my first CI/CD because it got changed. That is reflected. And if we come here, I just merge with the branch again. Then CI/CD must first commit. So pushes also fine. It is in progress. Now if we go to pipeline, pipeline started. So it is creating new image based on the changes. So just click here, go to build. You can see all the status changes. Same thing, once it is done, you can go here and check it here. Let's wait for a minute. So build is green. Now go here, refresh, click my app. The 20th tag came. So CI is completed. Now if we go to release, let's check. this was manually triggered, which I think I didn't save that. Okay, I think it looks like the changes we didn't save. Still it is disabled. So let's enable it. Select master branch, master branch, and save. Okay, this time also we have manually triggered uh, because I didn't save that. So let's wait for completion. Okay, this is success now. And when we refresh it, that test one came. So CA worked well, but CD we stuck because we didn't save that. So let's do one more time. Go to Visual Studio, and this time we edit it to test 2. Control S, then git add, git commit, and assume my second CICD test. This works fine. Then git push. Now go to repository, my second CID. We can check that it came to, can modify here also, but yeah. So the 2 is visible now. That means it is committed. Build pipeline should be started now. Yeah, it started running. Okay, this is completed. Now the CD also should be started. Yes, it is running. Release 3 also. Automatically continuous deployment started. Earlier it was manual trigger. And we can check the log here. Okay, trying to update service plan. Okay, this is also completed and an agent succeeded. So CI also success, CD also success. Let's refresh this page. We should get 2. Yes. So we could see that this is test 2. So very clear. So CI/CD works well. Now let's take one more chance with approval method. So if it didn't approve, it shouldn't process further. Okay, let's try that. Let's go back and then click release. And then if you want, you can rename this new releases dev. and go to edit. Just I will give my service release, my service CICD. Okay, and then now I will give pre-deployment condition as approval. Let me give my name only because it is one account only. Okay, I can save it. Okay, that's great. Okay, let's go to here. Now this time I will put 3. Yes. Okay. And this time we'll not send you to master. We'll create a feature branch. Okay. Let's git add. Uh, let's create a feature branch. Check out -p like feature my CICD3. Okay, like that we can give. Okay. Now let's git add, git commit -m my CICD3. Okay, one file got changed. Now let's push. Git push. This time we have to tell like this. So this is way when you git push, it will give automatically the command. You have to use like this. Okay. So it is success. Now let's go to here repository. Nothing got changed. It's still with the second only. But if we go to branch, you could see feature branch CICD3. Now this is also like that only. So what we have to do is pull request. This is the update. You have updated just now. So click this and this file is fine. Now create pull request. What I have to do that feature branch, if it looks fine, the code under fine, you have reviewed and merge it with the master. So like that, you reviewer if anything. But let me put my name only for review and then create. So no merge conflict, everything is fine. Let me approve. If you want to approve it. If you want to, with suggestion, approve. Or wait for author or reject. So anything you can do. So let's go with approve. And then here also complete or abandon. Let's complete. Okay, when you merge, you want to delete or you want to keep that also for reference. Normally we'll delete it, but if you want, you can keep it reference. But yeah, this is the way. So we are merging. It merged with PR2 MyCC3. Now let's click Repos. Then finally in the master, we are able to see MyCID3. So this is the way that we have merged it, and then it is ready to push to pipeline. See, automatically started with merged PR2 MyCID3. So whatever way, now that pipeline is ready, that flow is completely ready. So with that process of all the way, it will do one by one. Now once it is done, we have put approval in release pipeline also. Let's see that also. Okay, this is success now. Let's go to release pipeline, and release 4 is also started, but it is telling pending approval on dev stage. So it is stuck. That is good. That's what we wanted. Now let's go there. Here you can give approval. Okay, that guy whoever has to approve. So I am the one I upload myself only. So continuous blend started, triggered, and then it will just approve. So I have reviewed these all this fine. So let's approve like that. I can give or reject. You can do. Let's approve. Once we approved, what is happening? It is queued. So let's go to queue. Pre-deployment approval approved. The next task started. Okay, so initialization done, deploy Azure Web Service done, finalized up. So CICD is completed. Let's check it is updated or not. Yes. So we could see 3. Here also 3. So this is a way we have achieved CICD in Azure method. So hope this session is useful. You can try it out. Thank you. Yes, we have covered everything as expected.